Okay, well, welcome everybody. I'm really glad that you're here to learn with us. If you've ever thought, what oil should I use or how many drops should I put on? Maybe you're looking at your supplements and you're like, which one do I need tonight? Um, or how much do I take? I get that question a lot. How much do I take of this? My Zyto says I need XYZ. How do I use it? And that can be a little overwhelming to a lot of us, especially with as many products that Young Living offers us. And of course, we have favorites that we use every day. But when we're presented with the not so familiar products and maybe wonder how, if, and when, or how we should use that, our body knows the answer to that question. And that's what muscle testing is all about. So I am not an expert at muscle testing. And in fact, when I first heard about it, I thought it was really weird. And I thought it was probably not of Christ. And I was not interested in learning about it. And then I noticed, I went to different kind of providers and my chiropractor does muscle testing. And I just think it's so awesome that my body tells him what part of my body needs to be adjusted, right? And I was around a lot of people in Young Living who did a lot of muscle testing over the years. And so as I started to learn about it, I got curious, first of all. So the fact that you're on here tonight, especially if you're a skeptic, you're at least curious enough to show up to learn a little bit about it. Okay. And so I just want to honor you for that. And then all the way to the people who do it periodically, to the people who are professionals at it. You all probably need to get on here and share testimonies at the end so we can hear more about how you do it. Okay. Um, so anyway, we when I started teaching people how to muscle test because I felt I became empowered by learning to do this, that I could make choices for my body and I could make choices for my family, and help direct them on how much they needed. I remember actually a few years ago, my sister was ill and we didn't know what was going on with her, but we were trying to support her body while she was waiting for the to go to the doctor. And we muscle tested her and she thought it was the craziest thing ever. And as her body was kind of going forward or backwards, she was like, this is so crazy, right? But it gave us a direction for her to support her body while she was going through um, her issues. So when it comes to our health, our subconscious mind can reveal significantly more than what we realize in our conscious minds. So think about that iceberg. We all see those pictures of the iceberg, right? And so you see a little bit up above the water, and you see a whole bunch underneath. And our conscious mind is that little bitty top that's sticking out of the water. And that's the part that we can see. And that's actually about 1% of our intelligence. So our conscious mind doesn't have much, if any, storage space in our conscious mind. We make conscious decisions with information we can remember. And I don't know about you, but there are some days I can't remember a whole lot. So I know I am not using much of my conscious mind in making decisions. Thinking, moving, tasting, touching, and smelling are all conscious activities that make up a minimal portion of the processing power of the brain. So the rest of the brain, that's our subconscious. And that can tell us exactly what's good for us and what isn't. This silent and unconscious intelligence within you is constantly busy storing information and keeping the body systems running effectively. It's important to understand that our subconscious mind exerts a profound influence over things we do, how we behave, and how we feel. Our subconscious, you think of it like a supercomputer capable of storing vast amounts of information. So, our subconscious mind is an amazing recording device. It's logged your entire life. So, every face, every smell, every voice and song, touch and taste and sensation is recorded somewhere in your body and in your conscious mind. And that also includes every virus, bacteria, and fungus that's ever invaded your body. Your subconscious remembers it. All of your injuries, your thoughts and feelings, and the entire history of every cell in your body has been archived. But also hidden in our subconscious are emotions that keep us stuck in cycles of ill health, stress, anxiety, depression, and so on and so forth, right? So, like that supercomputer, our subconscious knows exactly what our body needs to heal, and the body has an innate wisdom that can guide you to make healthier choices. So, how do we access this information? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, we use a form of kinesiology or muscle testing. Maybe you've heard of the kinesiology before. I think that's a little less woo-woo-y sometimes than people think, because this was actually it's a technique that was developed in the 1960s as a way to connect structural imbalances in the skeletal system. And there are physicians worldwide that use muscle testing to correct imbalances. But the fact is that muscle testing can be done by anyone to get information directly from the subconscious mind. So, muscle testing basically is a way of asking the body questions and getting clear answers, that yes or no, based on how your muscles respond to subtle energy shifts. So it's a form of biofeedback, and it's based on the idea that your body knows what strengthens and weakens it. So your body responds to truth and alignment with strength, and to stress or imbalance with weakness. And that response shows up in the muscles, even if it's really subtle. Okay. Um, and it's simple, it's safe, and it works. That's the cool thing about muscle testing. So why do we want to do it? Why should you learn about it? For, well, a couple of quick overall reasons. For clarity, for one thing. So if you've ever looked at your row of supplements or all of your oils, or if you've ever been in the supermarket and go, which spaghetti sauce should I buy? Right? So, I mean, just as simple as that. Which one would be good for my body? Because if you've ever looked at the labels on some of those things, some of them are full of sugar or full of other chemicals, right? And so you could just, your body knows the frequency of it just by being in front of it, and you don't even have to touch it. You can just go, is this kind good? Is this kind better? Or should I make homemade, which is probably even the best, right? But if we've ever wondered, what does my body really need right now? Muscle testing can help us get a clear answer. It also offers connection. So it strengthens your connection with your body and intuition, and invites you to slow down and to listen. Because I think so many times we are just go, go, go. We don't pay attention to what our body is saying until it really throws up the stop sign and it makes us stop, right? With illness or, I don't know, exhaustion or whatever. So muscle testing, when we do this, it can just help us slow down and reconnect with our body. It gives us a way to customize things because we are all uniquely created.
I'm
And
sorry,
what works
what?
for one person might not work for another. Muscle testing helps you personalize your wellness plan. That includes supplements, oils, foods, even emotions that need processing. And then empowerment. So instead of guessing or Googling every decision, you learn to trust the guidance built right into your body. Again, anyone can get answers from their body. You just have to be willing to learn and then to listen. So we do need to, before I get into the fun of actually muscle testing, and I'm going to ask you all in a little bit to everybody get up and to do this with us, okay? But first, we need to understand that all organisms, no matter how primitive, will respond to positive or negative stimuli. For example, a plant, if you put a plant on a table, and it's in a room, so if I put a plant here on my table, which way is it going to grow? It's going to grow toward the window, right? It's not going to grow toward the darkness. It always grows toward the light. On a subconscious level, humans are no different. Your body will be drawn to the positive and repelled against negative. So, have you ever walked into a room and felt bad energy or good energy, right? You walk into a room and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. And you quickly or slowly maybe walk back, right? And retrace your steps. Or if it's a really fun room and the energy is really great, you're like, yes, I'm so excited to be here. We feel that and we're drawn to it, or we're just repelled by it. And that's just an innate ability in us. So again, our subconscious, it has that massive database, and it has all the information we need. And remember, information is energy. So your body is the truth detector leaning toward the light and away from the darkness, right? So, if we want to know if we should eat chicken or beef for supper, you can ask your body. If you're looking at a menu and you think, do I want the sweet potato or the side salad? Again, you can ask your body, okay? You can ask yes or no questions. Um, true. Okay. So, I often, well, we're going to ask our subconscious to speak to us, okay? And I often like to start with a prayer just for me because, I want to tap into my higher power energy, right? Not and get out of my head sometimes, is because sometimes we get stuck right here. Um, and the creator already knows the answers you're looking for and wants to help you. You just have to ask. And remember, if you're working on someone else, and maybe even for yourself, you might need to start with White Angelica. Just kind of shield yourself, just for your general protection, right? And to be open to different things, and to I shouldn't say to different things. Be open to your subconscious speaking to you. So if you're not sure how to pray, this is a simple one I like to say is just Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to help myself with whatever issue. I ask for your insight, your help, and your guidance. Amen. Right? So we're going to teach you the sway test tonight. And this is the one that really seems the easiest for people to learn. And there are several other options. I'll go over one other one with you, but the sway test, most people can get this. So muscle testing, remember, it's a skill, and a skill needs to be practiced. And the more you practice it, the more comfortable and confident you will be in it. Okay. So again, I'd encourage you to turn your cameras on. Stand up. If you can just, everybody stand up. A couple of things. You want to do not have your electronics on you. So if you have a phone, take it out of your pocket, put it on the counter, put it away from you. Okay. If you have an Apple Watch, depending on how sensitive you are, you could take off your watch or your, frequency. If you have earbuds in, take off the electronics, because electronics have their own frequency, right? And they will interrupt your frequency field, and can make things go backwards, or, just messes with your polarity. Okay. I also recommend when you muscle test, if you're really going to do this, that you have a piece of paper and a pen handy, because oftentimes we start out, I'll start muscle testing and I'll be like, shoot, what was it that I was supposed to do? Or how many of those was I supposed to take? So I always just have like a little pad of paper, or I try to, and a pen. And so I can just jot down some notes. Okay. So as we go through this, I'm going to give you a few guidelines first. So keep your mind clear. Don't let it wander to like, okay, this, like watching everybody else on the screen, or thinking about what you need to do later, or anything like that. Just try to keep your focus on what we're talking about. Stand with your feet comfortably, shoulder width apart. So, just kind of like hips, just kind of like you're standing. Don't lock your knees. You want to just be relaxed. And in fact, if your body doesn't move, just kind of wiggle it a little bit so that it, like you're relaxed. And then as we're asking it to respond to us, hands can be by your side. Take a deep breath when we get started with this. You can close. I would recommend you close your eyes, because again, if you're on camera, maybe you're not usually on camera, you're probably gonna be really uncomfortable. You're thinking about, what are people thinking of me or whatever. So close your eyes so you don't see that. And then you can just allow your body to respond. Okay. And do our best to just kind of stand still, although we know energy, we can't really stay perfectly still, right? So just allow your body to move, and relax, like I said. So we're going to start by asking our body to show us yes. And so I like to say yes and no first, because I need to know what my yes is, right? And so I'm going to turn to the side here. Try to back up a little bit. So if I just, close my eyes, again, my kind of shoulder width apart, my feet are, and I just say, body, show me yes. And I just wait, pause and wait, and my body just move forward. Okay. So you all can say and you can say it out loud. Okay. Especially at first, I often would say it out loud, let my brain hear it. Body, show me yes. And just let your body move. Actually, okay, let's just look at all these cameras on. Thank you, everyone. That's awesome. If you're not moving, if you feel like, oh, I didn't move, if you want, you could unmute yourself if you want, real quick. Or let me do that. Well, they're going to double check. So hopefully everybody has their yes. And now you can just, we're going to double check it. We're going to say body, show me no. And hopefully you go the opposite direction of wherever you were first. Okay. Now I see some of you really moving. So sometimes our body is really energetic and really, we're tuned into our frequency. My daughter, when she first does it, she like really almost steps forward. Okay. Some people I've had it just kind of just barely move forward or move backwards, whichever way. So did everybody get their yes or their no? Did anybody not? You can unmute yourself. Because before we move on, I just want to make sure everybody's good.
I'm a bit unsure on mine.
Okay, Anita, is there any way you can turn on your camera?
Oh.
Okay.
Am I on now?
Yep, you are. So put your camera down. Oh, yeah, don't touch it. Well, I got to be able to see your body though.
Oh, here, hold on. See me now?
Yep, we can see you now. And let me move you to speak. Okay. Okay. So turn to the side, kind of like I am. All right. And then now we'll just say body, show me yes.
Body, show me yes.
Okay, it looks like you moved back just a little bit. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt just a little bit of moving back. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's double check it and say body, show me no.
Body, show me no.
Did you feel that?
Yeah,
You
but
moved forward.
I moved back just a little bit and then forward.
Yeah. So sometimes we have to just allow our body to really be strong. And now I would double check it again because you did move forward. And sometimes my body will even kind of go, oh, and then nope, this is the answer. So it's almost like it's trying to figure out, especially if this is your first time. If you're not hydrated, you might have difficulty. So drink water. And if you have electronics on. So Anita, right? Let's
Yeah.
ask it again. Let's ask it again for a strong body. Show me a strong yes.
Body, show me a strong yes.
And we just have to allow it time. I don't know if you can feel it, but it's not a strong yes, but you're kind of moving backwards a little bit.
Yeah, I feel it a little bit.
Okay, so ask it to show you no again.
Body, show me a strong no.
That definitely moved forward. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I have to be able to trust it because it seems like my body movements are just very slight instead
Yes.
of like a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. And the more that you do this, the more you're going to trust it. Because that's exactly right. You have to trust your body and learn that my body wants what's best for me. It's going to speak to me if I allow it. So I have to relax, get out of my head, right? Because most of us we live up here and we're like, oh, I'm going to control this, this, and this. And muscle testing is kind of saying, okay, I'm giving up control of my brain and I'm going to allow my body to speak right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for those of you who are, your no is backwards, they actually talk about that's a polarity thing. And so there's a way that you can hopefully change it. And I'll teach you a couple of things. So one of the ways you can do it is you can cross your hands and put your thumbs on your eyebrows and rub your eyebrows. Okay. So Anita, you want to do this maybe. Okay. So just rub it a little bit. So that's one of the ways, and then that should flip your polarity. The other thing you can do, and I don't know if I can get this, is right hand to left leg, left knee, and then left. So you can do this a couple of times. Okay, it's this crossover exercise. And then we can try again for those of you who are backwards, and you can do it if everybody can do this. But now you can say, body, show me yes.
Show me yes.
Oh, Nina, you just went up.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Say body, show me yes.
Body, show me yes.
Did you feel your body moving?
I felt it move forward that time.
Yep. So now say body, show me no.
Body, show me no.
Okay, move forward again.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So do this knee thing again, hand to knee thing again, just real quick. All right. Now ask your body to show you yes and then show you no again. Go ahead.
Body, show me yes.
Okay. Body show me no.
Body, show me no.
You're subtly moving back, but you're kind of catching yourself. I don't know if you can feel that.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah,
Okay.
just like a little subtle move back.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, the more you get used to this, the more you practice this, the more it'll be more comfortable. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with that, but is anybody else not getting their yes or no? Rhonda, if you guys, if the other leaders see anybody, you can call them out too.
Britta, is it supposed to be a yes forward or a no forward? Is there any difference which way you go?
Well, ideally your yes is going to be forward, but again, if your polarity is messed up, which, sometimes we just get messed up, right? Then it can be the other way. You just want to make sure that you know for sure which way is your yes, which way is your no. I've done it before. One time I was muscle testing at my supplements and everything was no, because I didn't ask it first. So I just was muscle testing. Do I need is this beneficial? No, no, no. And I finally thought, that's weird that all my supplements are a no today. And I kind of felt my pockets and like, oh, I have my phone on my pocket. So I took it out and I had to retest everything. And still some of them were no, but not all of them like it was. So this is just a good way to kind of, just change our polarity back so that it's because again, when our yes should be going toward the positive thing. So we should be moving toward something positive, right? That's where they talk about polarity. And our no should be pulling us away from it. If it's not you, if you can't get your polarity switch, I'm not as worried about that tonight as I am just to make sure that everybody has experienced what their yes and their no is. Is everybody good with yes and no? So now let's test it then and say, my name is, so I'm going to say, my name is Britta. And my body is going forward because my name is Britta. So say, my name is whatever. That should be your yes. Okay. And then you can say, pick another name. So you can say, I'm going to say, my name is Carol. No, my body does not agree with that. Okay. Hopefully everybody's good at that. If you're not, you got to speak up, okay? Because I can't see everybody. So, all right. So the cool thing about this.
I think my polarity is still messed up. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
It said yes to both names that I said. So I don't
Okay.
know.
Let me pull you up here, or Anita. Okay. My name is Anita.
My name is Anita.
Okay. Now say, my name is Britta.
My name is Brett.
You're moving back more than you're forward.
Okay, so yeah, it kind of moved a little bit forward and then backwards.
That's why we can't just, when we ask our body a question, you have to give it time to respond, which doesn't mean it's the first movement that you do, but that you, especially as you're learning, but that you know that yes, no, oh no, this is not, okay? So allow your body to respond. So give it 3 to 5 seconds, okay? Or maybe 10 seconds. I mean, especially as you're just learning. I've gotten to a point now where, I can say, is this supplement good for, is it beneficial for me? I like to ask if things are beneficial because in my head, I might think this is good, but is it beneficial? My body knows, no, maybe that's not beneficial for you, right? So I can, say I could, well, and actually we're going to get into this, start asking faster questions because I've done it longer. But when you're brand new, you're going to have to go really slow at this and just allow your body time to respond. So we could say, is there a Young Living product that I would benefit from today? Okay, Julie, do you have a question?
Yeah, do you, when you're doing the supplements, do you hold the supplement?
You can, or you can just think about it because our body recognizes the frequency of things.
Okay, thank you.
Have it, you can hold it. But we can ask, so let's just find out because everybody is a Young Living user tonight. So is there a product, a Young Living product that's beneficial for me? Or you might just, or we could let's narrow it down. Is there an oil, a Young Living oil that's beneficial for me? Okay. And allow your body to move forward or backwards, wherever hopefully you're going to come up with yes. Everyone should, I'm sure, come up with yes, because there's some kind of a product that will be beneficial. Okay. Now we need to find out what product is it, right? So we can say, is it an oil? Is there a Young Living oil that's beneficial for me? My body says yes. So how am I going to narrow it down next? I'm going to say, is it a single oil that's beneficial for me? My body again said yes. If your body says no, it's not a single, then you could say, is it a blend? Okay. And so then now I have however many singles are 120 singles, right? So I'm going to narrow it down. Is it is it in the first half of the alphabet between A and M? So is it between A and M? Yes. So then I can go, I can narrow it down to A and H. Is it between A and H? Yes. Is it A? No. My body's saying no. Is it B? Does it start with a B? Does it start with a C? I can just feel my body. I'll just test. I'll turn. Does it start with a D? D? Okay, so I need a single oil that starts with a D. Oh, is it dill? Is it dill? It's dill. Okay, I never use dill, you guys. I am not a fan of dill pickles. Don't use it, but my body wants it tonight. So I can then say, okay, how is it beneficial topically? Topically, should I diffuse it? Is it beneficial diffusing? Do I need it internally? Oh, I need it internally. So how many drops do I need? Do I need 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, 4 drops? So I need 3 drops. I don't know if you saw that, you know, as I was saying, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drops, my body kept going forward, and 4 drops, it went, no. Okay. So I need 3 drops of dill internally. And then I can say, do I need it once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? So I need 3. See, this is why I have to write this down, because I'm not normally taking dill. So I need 3 drops of dill, and I'm writing this down because I'm really going to do this twice a day. Okay. So then now I know it's how I need to take it. And then I can say, are there other single oils that are beneficial for me that would be beneficial? And, you know, I can, yes. So, and then I can figure out the next one. You can do that with supplements. You can do it with, you could do it with your personal care products, probably, right? You could do it for your foods, for sure. You could do it for your exercise. Is it beneficial for me to walk today, or should I jump on the trampoline, right? Or should I walk on the treadmill, or should I walk outside? I mean, you can ask your body literally any yes or no question. And if you allow it to respond, it will tell you what it is that you need. Now, hopefully, you know, we have a tool called the Zyto scan or the Itovi, right? So if you're asking your body for Young Living products, you could actually do the scan, and then you can ask your body, how do you use those, right? Whatever your top 3 or 5 products are, because the Zyto scan is a it's a computer or a phone scan, right? An app that you can, it like does the big muscle testing for you. It identifies the products, and then you can go from there and finding out how much do I need. Again, you can get specific with things. Your subconscious wants to tell you how to use products or what to do, but we have to ask it. And so, you know, just be as specific as you can, and it always has to be a yes or a no question. Okay. You can't say how many drops and then just stand there and wait, because you have to ask it, you know, yes or no. Do I need 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops, that kind of a thing. There are a couple of things that, again, we kind of touched on this with Anita, but if your body is not moving and not responding, it's typically, from what I've seen, you either have electronics on your body or you're dehydrated. In fact, I did this in a class once with a group of ladies, and this one lady, she was an older lady, but her body would not move at all. And I finally just said, are you hydrated? And she goes, well, I drank a glass of water earlier today. And I'm like, yeah, you need to drink a lot more water. And so I ended up, you know, we can muscle by proxy as well, muscle test by proxy. So she gave me permission to muscle test her, and her body wanted to talk to her. She just was too dehydrated. for her body to speak. And so I said, you've got to go home and drink water. And I think I even muscle tested her on how many glasses of water she needed to drink the next day just to start getting her body back so that it could respond to her. So, usually if your body won't respond, remove electronics, drink a glass of water, and then try again. Okay. Also, again, take a deep breath and just go, oh, okay. And let the stress go. Cause sometimes again, we're in our heads and we're thinking this is weird, or why isn't this working? And we get ourselves all frustrated and we stop ourselves from responding. So I really like the sway test the best. There are a couple other things and I'll just let you Google these, but there's one that you can do where you hold your fingers together and you put the other hand in between them. And then, let's see, if you pull on it, your yes should be strong and a no answer should be weak, where you break the circle. I think in my head, I think I can control that. So I like the sway test better because it's harder for me to stop my body. And then there's also a good friend of mine does it where she pushes down on her finger, on just one finger. But I'm going to tell you, don't get hung up on learning other techniques until you master the sway. Because when you figure out what your body needs and you pay attention to your body just in that yes or no sway time, you're gonna be way empowered and have more and you're just going to feel like, yes, I can do this. Okay. So there'll be times I'm in the bathroom and I'm looking at my supplements. And we just have them. This is my supplement box. Okay. So we can, cause I get tired of opening up all those bottles. And so I'll just look at it and say, is sulfurzyme beneficial? And my body just said, yes. And I'll ask how much. Is BLM beneficial? And my body says yes or no. And so I'll be jotting down, with how many I need to take. And I usually will ask for a week at a time. So is this beneficial for me this week? You could do it this day or whatever. My husband will come in and start talking to me. He's like, "Oh," he turns around and walks out, right? Or I've done this in the grocery store before. And, should I get this or should I buy this? Should we have this for dinner or that for dinner? So the more you practice it, even if it seems weird, the better and the more efficient you can get. So I think we can stop the recording.